Hello, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M Image Consulting. So, for those of you who have signed up for my newsletter and have received the Out the Door checklist, this video topic is going to make a little bit more sense to you. For those of you who have not signed up to my newsletter, after the video, visit the link below and sign up, and you, my friend, are all caught up. That being said, in the ebook I go over a job interview scenario. You have two dudes that go in for the same job. On paper, they are absolutely identical. They both had 4.0 GPAs, they both had tons of experience, their parents were dignitaries, everything is identical. But the one person that pays attention to his image and his personal presentation and all the little aspects that goes into it will 100% of the time get the job over his sloppy competition. Now, a while back, I did a half-ass video on what to wear on a job interview, and that video absolutely sucked. And I realize it is not an easy job market right now, and you need every advantage over your competition when going in for that interview. And so I thought we'd redo it. Back it up, girl, because I think it's important for you to make sure that you nail the interview, and you need to make sure that your personal presentation and grooming and packaging is of the utmost perfection, so there is no doubt that you are the man for the job. Now, I looked around at some other sites and information on what to wear on a job interview, and there are some geniuses out there writing this stuff. They're saying, make sure you do some research on the company to find out the corporate culture. Really, genius? I'm thinking if you're applying for the job, you did a little research ahead of time. And by the way, what they wear to work and what their corporate culture is, that makes absolutely zero difference as to what you wear on that job interview. Now, if you're responding to an ad that says models wanted, don't worry about what you're wearing on that job interview because it is porn. What you need to pay attention to is your grooming because your ass is going to be naked. Another brilliant piece of advice from the experts is if you're not sure, go ahead of time and stake out the front door of the company and watch employees as they go into work to know what to wear. Yet another fantastic piece of advice. So, if you avoid drawing the attention of security and getting questioned for looking like a creeper, you will know what the employees wear to work. The problem is, you don't work there. You don't have a job. We need to dress you for the interview to get the job. And what Blake in accounting wears to work on Wednesday makes absolutely no difference to you whatsoever. Okay, so we are going to break down the job interviews by career. And basically, you're either interviewing for a manual labor or a professional job. I never liked the whole blue and white collar thing because they're both awesome. And I'm not saying that if you're applying or working in a manual labor job that you are any less of a professional than those that are wearing a tie to work. I needed to break it down and draw the line somewhere. And so if you don't like it, don't watch the video and don't be so sensitive, damn. The important thing is that you, my friend, are looking for a job and going on an interview as opposed to taking a handout or just getting a bunch of your friends and sitting on a street corner and protesting for no good reason because you're pissed that other people want to make money. No politics here, no politics. I know that my whole channel is designed to help you be stylish, to express yourself through style, grooming, wardrobe, fashion, in an attempt to help you look your best and not like everybody else. But for an interview, you can take all that glorious self-expression and throw it out the window because an interview is not the time or place to look edgy or cool or hip. It is a time to convince your employer that you are not a rock-the-boat type of person. You need to project characteristics like honesty, competence, integrity, intelligence, and not that you're a cool, smooth sex machine. There's time for that later. Once you get the job, you can start expressing yourself. But not yet. Let's start with a professional interview. You are to wear a suit. Period. End of story. A suit. A crisp, clean, well-tailored suit. Color options are gray and navy blue. Try to avoid black if you can help it. Black is a little bit more formal, a little bit colder of a color. The idea of this interview, you want to look warm and approachable. So if you can, avoid black. I personally would opt for a gray suit. Very versatile, very warm, and it just says, I'm the man. Next up is shirt color. You've got two options. You have white and you have light blue. Light blue says that you are calm and honest. White represents order. I would save your calm and honest for your necktie. Go with white. Your tie is another critical aspect and element to your interview uniform. Think red, think yellow, think blue. Stay away from any big bold colors like lime green, pink, chartreuse, purple. Go with a solid or a stripe. Don't go with a big bold pattern like a paisley or polka dot. You can get away with a subtle pattern, but nothing too big and outlandish. If you have a tie that's a crazy tie, don't wear that ever. Ever. Me personally, I would go with the yellow and blue striped tie. The blue says honest and the yellow says cheerful, because nobody wants to work with a Debbie Downer. I guess it would make more sense since this is for a guy like Darren Downer. Darren, be a downer. And some of you are going to hate hearing this, but when you tie your tie, make sure that the knot is very symmetrical and on the larger side. And I know, it's something psychological, but you're all about business. Go with a full Windsor knot. You're about business? Well, businessmen wear full Windsors. Now, a brown pair of shoes would look absolutely dynamite with this gray suit, but you're going on the interview, I want you to be as conservative and subdued as possible. So go with the black pair of shoes. Something simple and conservative like this. Now make sure that your shoes are clean, polished, and shine. And make sure to wear a belt. A belt that matches the shoes, both in finish and in texture as far as the leather. The buckle should be simple and subdued. Think simple and you can't go wrong. Okay, if you currently have facial hair for the interview, I want you to shave it. I don't care if it is a perfect mustache and it's Movember. I don't care if you've got a perfectly neat goatee. Nice beard, you gotta shave it for the interview. You don't know what this person sitting behind the desk is going to think is appropriate or what they're going to like or not like, and you don't want to give them any reason not to hire you. And facial hair, it's sort of that, some people like it, some people don't. Guys, when you get the job, and the dress code and the grooming code says okay, go with it. But you gotta shave for the job interview. What, you thought I was gonna shave for the video next? Please, I've got a job. But not everybody can make a living helping dudes pick out underwear and talking about manscaping. I'm the lucky one. Next, let's talk about your hair. Now, you may have a great, fun, edgy hairstyle, but for the job interview, you need to tone it down. I would recommend a day before the interview, if it's a big interview and you really want to present the best package that you can, I want you to go in and get a haircut, a fresh cut. It makes you feel better, makes you feel more confident, and you're going to look great when you go in for that interview. But don't do anything edgy or spiky. Try and keep it conservative and consistent. It's going to help you win the job. Next is jewelry. Take out your earrings. Take out off your 6 rings if you wear 6 rings. Wear a watch. And it doesn't have to be a nice watch. Just wear a watch. And this is going to help set the tone for the employer thinking that you're responsible and punctual if nothing else. Which leads me to my next point. Be on time. And on time is about 15 minutes early to the interview. Now, when you walk into that interview, your suit or your suit jacket, you're going to, if it's a 2-button suit, the top button is going to be buttoned, the bottom button is not going to be buttoned. If it's a 3-button suit, you're going to go from the top. Sometimes, always, never. Button the middle button if it's a 3-button. You walk in, you shake hands like a man and not a pussy, look them in the eye and smile. Sit down, but before you sit down, unbutton your jacket. Do not take your jacket off, have a seat, and you're ready for the interview. Some other words of advice for the job interview. Do not wear cologne that day. Use deodorant, of course, but don't spritz on too much cologne, if any, because you don't know if that person's going to be sensitive or even like your particular brand or kind. Also, brush your teeth. If I have to tell you that, you're disgusting. And use mouthwash or mints prior to getting in there. Don't chew gum on the interview. Also, your cell phone, leave it in the car. You don't want to bring it in. Now, when you come in, you can, and it is a good idea, to carry some type of case, possibly like the Apunto. Do not show up to the interview empty-handed. I would recommend getting something like a nice portfolio to carry your resume, business card, pen. It'll have a tablet of paper in there. Some of these sites say, bring a briefcase. I'm like, really? People have briefcase? Hey, if you got one, go for it. Do not wear a backpack or bring your computer bag. Leave that big, bulky, unprofessional looking stuff in the car. I would say go with a nice portfolio and make sure that it matches your outfit. Okay, so that's the professional job interview. Now let's talk about the manual labor job interview. And by manual labor, I'm not talking about something where it's like you're digging ditches for a living. I'm talking about anything that is not that business casual environment or that professional business environment. So it could be a barista at Starbucks, it could be at a grocery store, you could be a personal trainer, you could actually dig ditches or work in a factory. This is what I'm talking about as far as manual labor. But you still want to look your best. Now, for these type of job interviews, you still want to look impeccably put together. It doesn't necessarily require a suit though. You would feel a little bit uncomfortable walking into McDonald's with your a punto and being like, hello, I'm here for the fry cook position, sir. He'd be like, really? That would be awesome, actually. I'd love to see that. So anyway, I would though recommend that you wear a tie. Every interview you go on, if you're looking for a job, wear a tie. You don't necessarily need to wear a sport coat or a suit, but a tie is essential. Wear a nice pair of slacks, nice pair of subtle, simple shoes, belt, tie, shirt, everything's the same with the professional dress except you're losing that outer layer or that jacket. And it doesn't matter what job you're applying for. The bottom line is this. You need to present the best package that you possibly can. This isn't somebody else we're talking about. This is you. And you need to take pride and ownership in your image and the presentation that you're presenting for possible employment. Now think about it. You come in and you're in your crisp white shirt, your nice tie, your nice slacks, your shoes, you're all put together. Fresh shave, haircut is nice and clean and tight. You come in, or you've got the 50 other slobs that come in behind you, wearing their cargo pants and their t-shirt, and their hair's all long. They smell like Tabasco sauce. They're not taking the jobs here. They're like, it's just McDonald's. No, you come in and you are presentable, professional. Guess who gets the job? You do. 100% of the time, period. End of story. Guys, I'm passionate. I want the best for you. And you need to start feeling the same way about yourself. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Good luck on that job interview. You're going to do great.